Hi guys, this is Gal from wp.codes, and this is the first tutorial in my course about how to make a slider with ACF. In this tutorial we are going to make a very simple slider that are only going to have 3 images, and we are going to use bhex slider in order to do that. And let me just show you the result. So this is a page in my website. It has a slider, and if we click edit on this page, edit post, I'm sorry, it's not a page, it's a post, we can see that we actually have 3 images here. So this is how we control the slider, and this is going to be what we are going to get when we are finished. So let's start. So I've already have ACF installed, and I'm going to custom fields and going to add a new field group, and I will name this field group ACF, whatever name I want. I will just call it custom slider. And I will add 3 fields, which will be an image fields. To the first one I will call slider 1, and the name is fine. Let's choose an image, and the important thing is that the return value will be an image URL. And let's duplicate this twice because I'm going to have 3 images. So this will be slider 2, and this will be slider 3. And this field group will be on posts. So this is actually fine. It means show this field group if the post type is equal to post. That's great, that's what I want. So let me click publish. Once you do that, if you go to edit an existing post or to add a new post, I will just edit an existing post. You will see that you have a new group field that is called custom slider, and we can start adding our images. So let me just show you how the page look right now. If I go to, okay, so this is the page right now, and let me add the sliders, the images for the slider, I'm sorry. So this will be the first image, this will be the second image, and this is our third image. And let's click update, and just to show you that nothing obviously will change here. So now let's start editing the code. Okay, so one of the files that I have open is the content.php. This is just the file that we can edit it, so we can see changes go inside a post. Now this is not the best practice. I'm not working with a child theme and no hooks or nothing like that, but it's just for the example of this tutorial. You should obviously use child theme in a real life situation, but this is just for the tutorial. So let me just show you that if I add something here, some random text, and I do a refresh, the text goes here. And now let's delete this and open some PHP tag, PHP, and let's close the PHP. And we are going to do the first step with ACF. We are going to use the get field option. So let me do it, echo, and get field will get me the value of a field of the field in a post. So get field, and I want the value of slider 1. This is how I called the field, and let's do a refresh, and we can see that this returned the URL for the first image. Let me show you. This is the first image, and what we are going to do, we are actually going to save the value of all the images in variables. So let's start. First variable, we can call it slider 1, get field. Sorry, let's not type get field slider 1. And the same thing goes for the rest of them. So slider 2, 2, 3. Okay, so now we have the data in variables, and we can start working with our slider. So the way bhex slider works, let me open this web address right here, bhexslider.com. And you can see that basically we first need to make sure we have the JavaScript. First of all, we need to have jQuery, which we are going to have because it's a WordPress site. Second thing, we need to have the BX slider JavaScript. And the third thing we are going to need is the the BX slider CSS, I'm sorry. So let's get those from GitHub. And let's download the zip. Save it. Open it. Now inside of it, if the zip file, there is a src folder, and inside it there is a CSS folder and a JS folder. From the JS folder we are going to need the jQuery.bxslider.js, and from the CSS folder we are just going to have the jQuery.bxslider.css. So we are going to need to copy them into our theme, which should be a child theme, but in this example it's not. So let's open our child theme folder. Theme folder, it's not a child theme. And in the JS we are going to move the JavaScript file which we need. And in the CSS we are going to move our CSS file which we need. Now we are going to enqueue those scripts. And the way we are doing it, we are going to use this code, which you, as a WordPress developers, I expect you to know, but I will go over it with you. So basically what we are going to do, we're using an enqueue script in order to enqueue the script, and we make sure that the dependency is jQuery. And we are using enqueue style to enqueue the style. And this function right here give us the URL for our theme. So if I copy this for a moment and I actually go to my site just to show you what happens when I do echo gets the style sheet directory URI, and let's open my website and we refresh, we can see that this gives me the address to the theme, where the theme is. So if we look at the code, sorry, let's delete this for a moment. If we look at the code, basically this means that this is where the theme is in the subfolder JS, and then we get the file which we need. And once we get to enqueue the script, to enqueue the style, we are actually adding this function which does both of things into the enqueue scripts, which is the action hooks that you need to add all your scripts and style sheet into. So if you want to know more about that, you should type in Google and WP enqueue script, and you will get into the Google documentation right here, and you can read all about it. Alright, so this adds our style sheet and our JavaScript file into our website. So let's take a look again at the bxslider.com website, which explains how this slider works. Basically, it works this way. You need to make an unordered list, and in the unordered list you need to give it some class. It doesn't have to be bxslider, it can be whatever name that you want. So once you make the unordered list, you make list item inside of it, and those list items will basically be the sliding items, which usually can be images, but they can be whatever you want. They can be text for a news sticker or whatever. And once you have this unordered list, you just need to run the bxslider function on that unordered list using its name. And I will show you exactly what it means soon. So this is just the idea. So let's get started. First, let's go back to the content.php file. And outside of the PHP tags, we are going to make a new unordered list. And we are going to give it a class. And we can name it whatever we want. I will just call it WPC slider, whatever name. And in it I'm going to add li and image src, and let's open a PHP tag, echo slider1, which is the URL of the first image. And let's close this and let's close the li, and we need to do this 2 more times. So just change this and change this, and let's close our URL. Now if we look at the tutorial right here, sorry, not for this, we'll get to this later, but if we look here, it says that we need to put this under $document.ready, but this can make some problems with WordPress. So what you should do, you should go out to this web address. Sorry, where it is, right here. digwp, using instead of jQuery in WordPress. I will post this in the description. And this is like a very good method where you can use jQuery in your website in WordPress without causing conflict, which is just saving a problem. So let's go to this web address, and we are going to use this snippet right here. Let's copy this and go to our website. And first, let's open a script because we are going to type JavaScript. And let's close this script so we won't forget. And paste this. Now, basically, this is mean that we can now use the $sign instead of using the jQuery sign in WordPress. And if you don't know what I mean, that's fine. Just believe me, this will save you time and trouble. So just do it. And now, what we need to do is to make a $sign and to select our WPC slider as we need to do in jQuery, and do .bhex slider. And now what we basically said is that WPC slider is a bhex slider. Let's save. Let's go to our website and let's refresh. And we can see that now our slider is working. And by the way, I just want to show you what happens if I don't have this script right here. So let me save, and you can see that it is just random three images, not random, but the 3 images of our slider, but they aren't a slider. So this is what the script does. It actually makes this unordered list into a slider. And that's it, guys. So our slider is working, and I think it's pretty great. Now there's one more thing I want to show you. How to add some options to our slider. So what we need to do, we can go to this web address, bxslider.com/options, and let's go to it. And you can see that there are quite few options. So the way you add an option is, first of all, you can read about all those options right here. And the way you add an option is this way. First, we need to open an object in JavaScript, and we can start adding our data. It's like an array. I'm not sure if it is an array, but it's like an array. So we can say auto is true, and this will make our slider move automatically. Let me show you. And move, and it did. I did not click and it moved. And we can make it a ticker if we like, and use ticker. So ticker is true. And now it's moved pretty fast, so let's change the speed. And I also like to add ticker over, which means that it will stop when I hover with my mouse. So let me show you. It moves slower, and if I move with my mouse, it stops. And there are many options, so you really should probably read right here if you would like to know more. And that's it, guys. This was the second part in the tutorial. This was the first part in the tutorial. In the second part, I will show you how to use the gallery add-on for ACF Pro in order to make your slider much better, and you will be able to add as many images that you want and reorder them easily and stuff like that. And in the third part, I'm going to show you how to make your user to be able to change the options straight from the WordPress site, from the WordPress admin panel. So you won't need to actually go to the code and do this option thing. You can just do it from your WordPress site. Alright, guys, hope this was an helpful tutorial, and if you like this, please comment, click the like button and subscribe. Goodbye.